This episode will feature a conversation with none other than the one and only Stuart Alliday. Indeed, he will be expressing his disapproval of the SEC BlackRock. Now, USDC BitBoy, you have the ability to receive their physical goods in exchange for your own. Indeed, this is the quantity that should be used. In preparation for the forthcoming bull run, the youngster formulates his predictions. Robbie Michek, a former employee of Ripple who was responsible for releasing the XRP price objectives, will be speaking to us on this occasion. You should hold off until you hear what he has to say. Keep in mind that one. And in addition to that, we have a lot of other interesting content planned for you, such as boy bands, XRP charts, and the fact that the range is getting narrower. Recall the expectations that have been placed on me. Over the course of a long amount of time, I have been having a conversation with one of the most remarkable individuals in the area. May June Keith, the Hoa, it just sounds like the beginning of a song idea. XRP movements. The phrase has a certain rhyme to it, so let's get right into it. As of right now, Bitcoin has gained 1.2%. Following closely after it is Ethereum. Coming in at $3,539, this brings the total to $71,067. Additionally, USDT and USDC are getting closer and closer to the dollar pegs with an increase of 0.5%. Today, XRP ended the day at 61 cents overall, indicating that it is making an effort to go closer to the green. There is no reason to be concerned, despite the fact that the market capitalization of Bitcoin is losing money. $677 billion, which is an astounding $2 trillion. In the meantime, have a look at that BNB 625. My best guess is that I have a modest BNB. Isn't that something that people find amazing? Kindly allow me to have a quick look at what you have to offer. Because if I'm being fully honest with you, I don't even know where I got the huge quantity of Binance coins that I feel I hold. This is the reason I'm here. Nevertheless, it is not hidden in that wallet. I have an excessive number of wallets, or even in that wallet, it's possible that it can't be found on this computer. I am conscious of the fact that I am the owner of it. If I'm not mistaken, I have at least one Binance coin stashed away somewhere, right? Yes, I will take it. We will go watch your guru there because it is complimentary and costs $625. The first video has a discussion on this topic, hence you ought to pay attention to it. Both Ethereum and Bitcoin exchange traded funds are anticipated to receive approval from Hong Kong by Monday. This is crucial information. This means that the ETs will be larger if we have a greater amount of money coming from institutions that are located outside of the United States. In light of the fact that things are becoming more expensive, let us keep a close check on whether or not Hong Kong actually gives its approval to these Bitcoin Ethereum ETFs on Monday. Let's keep an eye on the volume level. This situation is quite positive. Let's take a look at the amount of money that is entering the markets. It is important to keep in mind that we will be the recipients of Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs. Displays of baskets are going to be available. The exchange-traded funds ETFs that are available will be diverse. People, there you are. SD Alder asserts that the SEC is functioning normally. And what do you think? They simply continue to lose. It was decided by the Second Circuit Court of Appeals not to reconsider its decision in the Gold case, which stated that the Securities and Exchange Commission (CC) could not disown the seller if the buyer did not suffer any financial damage during the transaction. I am of the opinion that going after Ripple was one of the worst choices that the SEC has ever made because they had such an outstanding track record. Take notes on how they carried out their past actions. Legal action against these companies, with the knowledge that they would not fight back because, well, all they needed to do was compose a letter and hand it over to the company. The company would then become concerned and send them a large sum of money, rentals, and repeat company BCD. As a result, they were a little too cocky. Since then, they have made the decision to engage in the wrong conflict, that the situation has significantly deteriorated. They have been perishing as a result of the legal system. Options are going to expire that are worth billions of Bitcoins. Today is the day that was set aside for the expiration of 800 million Ethereum options and 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Because these occurrences have the potential to bring about fleeting shifts in the Bitcoin market, we ought to keep a close eye on them. In order to find out what will happen, we need to conduct an investigation. But the date on which they expire is set in stone. As of late, we have been observing that, so let us examine whether there is a slight decrease or whether it simply consumes it. The latter possibility is more likely to occur given the current state of the market given its strength. Indeed, BlackRock has tokenized the truth of the situation. The increased feature of smart contracts offers the promise that transactions will be completed more quickly, with greater transparency, and with greater efficiency. The USDC currency can now be exchanged for assets. A change in the way the financial system operates has been brought about as a result of Circle's disclosure of a key invention. Holders of shares and investors in BlackRock's institutional digital liquidity fund can now convert their tokenized real assets into USDC with relative ease. The significance of this lies in the fact that, following the dissemination of their tokenized assets, they are working on developing a stablecoin that can be used to purchase cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs. Another argument that the child makes is that if we see exchange-traded funds ETFs like Ethereum or XRP, it is just another ploy to entice people to use the antiquated web. This individual asserts that these 6 tokens, which include Bitcoin, cannot be misplaced. Ethereum can be thought of as your digital silver oasis. What are you doing, man? Venture capitalists are pushing it. Sashimi. Considering that XRP is the most advanced blockchain. With the resolution of the case and the initial public offering, I am unsure of how an initial public offering of XRPA would appear. It's possible that he's referring to ripples. However, a public issuance of XRP is not within the realm of possibility. Oro and Python are able to get there. More than I ought to know, I do know. And if you'll give me a moment, can you think about whether or not yes or no will result in a significant amount of financial gain? My hope is that I will be able to acquire some of this nonetheless. My guess is that BlackRock will begin pumping this thing in a moderate amount of time. In spite of the fact that we are moving closer and closer to the all-time high of $5, I feel that this will have an easy tenfold run until it becomes pretty honest. It's just that I'm doing a little bit more research. But I think I would be interested in getting involved. Robbie Mitchell, a former employee of Ripple, who later became the head of digital space at BlackRock, was the one who executed the orange pilling strategy. Up to this point, Larry Thinking, the most powerful individual who could have initiated the game, has been successful in doing so. Despite the fact that you are aware of it, you did not notice that BlackRock was also defeated. There is no question in my mind that I had some doubts, but you are aware of that. To tell you the truth, Larry Frank was definitely orange pilling at the beginning, don't you know? Initially, I had the impression that he was going to jump on it. They had the opportunity to be the first, and there was also the possibility of making a sizable amount of money. Regarding the matter, Scaramucci provided me with the same statement when I questioned him about it. He told me to pay attention to what I had done. In the foyer of the Four Seasons Hotel, I had a conversation with this lady. It was a few years ago that he asked me, why am I such a fan of Bitcoin? This is a hoax. Furthermore, he stated that Mitchnick had relocated to BlackRock and started working there, which adds insult to injury. It is preposterous that you would even bring up that as a potential problem with your reputation. You should listen to Larry Thinking right now, and truly you should have orange-pilled him. Please let me know when the next Ripple employee comes to BlackRock so that we can talk about it. That is just amazing. And sparked Larry's interest in cryptocurrencies as a consequence. Larry now considers the cryptocurrency industry to be the most important thing in the world. Even if you don't believe for a second that BlackRock will ever launch an exchange-traded fund ETF for XRP, you have something in your possession. Coming for you, I will tell you that we have built a network, and there is a genuine physical use case with Ripple, Kurt, and the BA. I will inform you of this. Regarding digital assets that are the previous year and will most certainly do so. Year, most likely looking at 80 different markets, and 20 of these are key. Heed what she has to say and pay attention. Having said that, I have to acknowledge that is a really practical use case. The value of our network of blockchain digital assets, which we have built and which are recognized in 40 different marketplaces, surpassed $10 billion in the previous year. That sum will almost certainly be multiplied by 4.